All right, this is absolutely crazy. I had an idea for a web application that I wish existed, and I ended up building it with a program that allowed me to build this thing with AI prompting. Now this is a fully fledged app that anyone could create an account for and log in and use. This is absolutely crazy. Check this out. I just wanted to have somewhere where you could search a YouTube idea, like a podcast video idea, and then I wanted it to spit out some results on some ideas that are proven, and then some maybe new ideas that haven't been done before that could create a fresh idea. This will be sort of an inception idea here because I'm going to do it on this video. Using Bolt.new to create a web application. So here we go. Right now I have some top 5 videos. These are all things I asked for. It has the views, it has the likes, the comments, the duration of the video. And if we come down here, it pulled out some common calls to action. Down here, we have some suggestions. All right, so what I actually, this is fun because, you know, there's a couple bugs that I've seen here that I'll have it fix here live. So I wanted it to have 5 ideas based on the proof section. So this section would be similar topics to ideas who already had success, or maybe that should say that. And then I want a section for fresh and new topic ideas. It should have 5 and 5, but it looks like it's doing, you can see here it has the list of 5 here for this section, and then the fresh ideas are still in this section. So watch this as I remedy this issue. All right, so you can see I was mostly specific here. I said, so in the sections, I said on this section, it has both, and it needs to be down here. I pasted what the results looked like. I gave an example of how this should be in here and in a list format. Instead of having to do the same for the second for all this, I just pasted the whole thing and said it should be in this fresh box, but in list format like the above. Hopefully you don't have to be super specific. That's what I've been seeing. So let's see what happens. I'll help you fix the formatting of the topic suggestions in the analysis component. Fingers crossed we get some good luck here. All right, I'm going to just type in the same exact search query. And voila, it completely fixed the issue and it did exactly what I wanted. I was a little specific. Maybe I didn't need to be, but you can see how cool this is. I found another little bug here where even though I clicked and I was searching on a previous search, I added this functionality because I wanted the user to know that they're inside a previous search. What I did was I went here and then I searched for a new one. So this should probably be removed once a new search happens. So I can say this like, I noticed a new bug. If I click the previous search result, that works great. But then if I do a new search, it still shows that I'm in the previous search. And then the menu item is highlighted like this. And it still has this viewing results from a previous search. So let's see if our trusty guy can fix this. Okay, let's give this a whirl. Let's look at a previous result here. That still works good. And then let's search something new. Okay, look, I clicked the button, and as soon as I did that, it removed that little banner and then got rid of the highlighted old one. But now I almost need to rethink this because is this a previous search? Kind of, because it's a few seconds in the past. So I need to kind of think about this logic here, but it did mostly solve the issue. So I can rethink this logic. I think this banner is not needed because you kind of understand where you're at. Let's try to build some new functionality. How about we create something where right now this is in a grid format. What if we give the user the option to see this in a list view and be able to toggle in between those? I'm just trying to give you guys, I don't think it's the biggest necessity, but let's just see how quickly this can be done. Okay, so what I did was I said for the top performing videos, I see that it's in a grid format. A lot of apps allow you to toggle between this view and a well-designed list view. I'd still like the thumbnails to be visible, but it would just be maybe half the size it is now or so. So I try to not be super specific where I don't really care too much. Can you create a modern list view and give them the option to toggle between the two views easily? Let's see what happens. It said, I'll help you add a toggle between grid and list views for the video results, create a modern list view with smaller thumbnails, and add a toggle button. If you were to send this back to your developer, if they need to find the time to get to it, respond, maybe ask some questions, the back and forth might take days. This instead just starts building it immediately. And by the time I'm done with this blabbering, it'll be done. And look at that. Let's cross our fingers. And look at that. We have the toggle here that you would expect in any web application. That is so well done. It even did like the rounded corners and a box shadow, and even like a what we call a hover state. When I hover over it, the shadow gets a little more raised or deeper. That is pretty darn impressive. So let me know what features you think I should add on this app, or if you have an idea for an app. I would love to just build this from scratch. This thing is so much fun. I purchased the $20 a month plan. I mean, compared to hiring a developer, that's insane. I would love to go through one from scratch, because there are some pieces where you connect a database and you connect certain things. Like I actually have this deployed to a live website, and they make it super easy. I can show you how we did all that. This one is connected to the YouTube API. They walk you through every single step. It's so cool. So if you have any ideas that you would like me to test this thing out with, I would love to do that. If you have any features you think would be cool on this app, I would love to do that too. This thing is super fun, so I want to play around with it. And if you want to see those, I urge you to like and subscribe.